Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the masters of illusion, the narcissists. Oh, they're good, aren't they? Always walking around with their air of confidence, their too perfect smiles, and that charm that feels just a little too rehearsed. They have this way of making you feel like you're the center of their universe until you're not. They are the ultimate puppeteers, pulling strings and controlling the narrative. Or so they think. But here's the kicker. Beneath that carefully constructed facade lies something they'll never let you see: regret. Yes, regret. It's there, no matter how hard they try to hide it. Now, I know what you're thinking. Do narcissists even have feelings? Oh, they do. But their feelings are wrapped so tightly in layers of ego, pride, and denial that they can't admit to them. Their ego is their fortress, a fortress they'd rather rot in than confront the truth. The regret they'll never admit. Let's break this down. It's not that narcissists don't feel regret. They feel it in the quiet moments when there's no one around to distract them. When the world is silent and they're left alone with their thoughts, that's when it creeps in. Like a shadow in the night, it whispers to them, "You lost them, and it's your fault." But here's the thing. Instead of owning up to their mistakes, they bury that regret. They drown it out with distractions, more games, more people to manipulate, more lies to tell themselves. Admitting regret would mean admitting defeat, and their pride simply won't allow it. The broken record of regret. They replay moments over and over in their minds like a broken record. The times you stood up for yourself, the times you walked away, the times you refused to engage in their provocations. It all haunts them. Why? Because for the first time, they met someone they couldn't break. That's the part that gets to them the most. You saw through their mask. You refused to play their game. You didn't dance to their tune, and that's a wound their ego can't heal. But will they ever tell you this? Of course not. They'll never say, "I was wrong." They'll never apologize. They'll never admit they miss you or acknowledge the pain they caused. To do so would mean confronting their flaws, their insecurities, and their emptiness. And let's be honest, narcissists would rather set themselves on fire than admit they're anything less than perfect. The silent stalker. Oh, but don't think for a second they've forgotten about you. They haven't. Late at night, they scroll through your social media, searching for glimpses of the life you're building without them. Every smile, every success, every moment of joy is a reminder of what they lost. They'll never admit it, of course. They'll act unbothered, pretending they've moved on, pretending they don't care, but deep down they know the truth. They lost something extraordinary, and it eats them alive. The loss of control. You see, narcissists thrive on control. They want to be the ones pulling the strings, dictating the narrative. But when you walked away, you shattered their illusion of power. You took back control, and that's the one thing they can't stand. And here's where it gets interesting. They regret underestimating you. They regret taking you for granted. They regret treating you as if you were disposable. But their ego won't let them admit it, so they sit in their regret, letting it fester and poison them from the inside out. Your freedom is their punishment. And you're free. Free from their games, their toxicity, their endless cycle of manipulation. That freedom, it's the one thing they'll never have. They might try to convince themselves they're better off without you. They'll surround themselves with enablers, people who feed their ego and tell them what they want to hear. But it's all hollow, all empty. None of it can fill the void you left behind. The sweetest revenge. And here's the beautiful irony. You don't need to do anything. You don't need revenge. You don't need to stoop to their level. Your happiness, your success, your freedom, that's enough. Every achievement you reach, every smile you share, every moment of peace you enjoy, it's a reminder of what they lost. And that's the sweetest revenge of all. The mask they wear. Of course, they'll keep up appearances. They'll pretend they're thriving, pretend they're unbothered, but you and I both know the truth. Every laugh, every boast, every display of confidence, it's all a mask. A mask to hide the regret, the pain, and the emptiness they feel inside. Deep down, they know they'll never find another you. They'll search. They'll try to replace you, try to find someone who gives them the same sense of validation. but they'll fail. Because what you gave them wasn't validation, it was truth. And truth is something they can't replicate. The power of walking away. Let's take a moment to appreciate the power of walking away. When you left, you didn't just take back your power, you shattered their illusion. Narcissists thrive on chaos. They live for the fight, the drama, the chance to play the victim. But you didn't give them that satisfaction. You chose peace. You chose dignity. You chose self-respect. And that choice, it's what truly shattered them. Their prison of pride. Now here's where it gets poetic. The same pride that made them hurt you is the pride that keeps them from reaching out. They want to. Oh, how they want to. They hover over the send button, drafting messages they'll never send. They imagine what they'd say if they saw you again. But their pride keeps them locked in a prison of their own making. Your growth is their punishment. And while they're stuck in that prison, you're out there thriving. Every step you take, every goal you achieve, every smile you share, it's a reminder of what they lost. You've grown. You've evolved. You've become everything they feared you could be. And that growth, that's their greatest punishment. The final takeaway. So, my friends, here's the truth. You don't need revenge. You don't need to fight back. Your existence, your happiness, your success, that's enough. Let their regret be the shadow that follows them. Let it remind them every day of what they lost, because you've already won. Now, let's hear from you. Have you ever dealt with someone like this? Share your story in the comments. I'd love to hear it. And while you're here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more empowering content, and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Remember, you're stronger than they ever gave you credit for. You're unstoppable. And your story deserves to be heard.